Hi everyone, today's word prompt is meaning, and it really connects with Memoir, which I teach and I'm really not just passionate about, but it's just a part of who I am, and my value system is Memoir, taking care of memories, making meaning from memories, and cherishing and appreciating the moments and the turning points in your life and others' lives and stories. And meaning is so important to Memoir and also to life, to humans. But it's very malleable, and this is something that is very profound to realize. When I started doing A Course in Miracles in May 2024, the first week or month or days, I can't remember exactly, are all about understanding that nothing means anything that you think it does. And this is a bit huge, but it is key to transforming your perceptions and your understanding into a much more forgiving and gentle and peaceful approach. So understanding that meaning is malleable and you can change the meaning that you've made of events is an incredibly transformational concept, and really, really important if you want to think a different way about your life and about life in general. And so when you understand that meaning is something that you assign, that you create, and it all meaning is illusory, it's made up, it's fabricated. It's a revolutionary thing to understand. I'll give you an example, because meaning can be helpful or it can be unhelpful. And I'm just going to share a story from my own life, because it impacts meaning and the significance that you assign and the value that you assign to events and experiences and perceptions, particularly perceptions, impacts your emotions and your feeling and your experience a lot. And this is the foundational point of most therapy, really, is the meaning that you've assigned to events and the stories that you've told about them. And so if you want to change the way that you feel about life and things, you generally need to release a meaning or a significance or something that you've ascribed to an event. Now, I'm just going to give you a really random example from my own life. When I was traveling recently, I was carrying a photo, and it was a very precious photo to me. And I thought that I had damaged part of that photo because I thought that the photo was of one thing. Okay, I'll just tell you. I thought the photo had a cat in it. This is such a random story, but it's important. So I thought the photo had a cat in it, and when I got back to Melbourne, Trentham, and I unpacked that photo, I couldn't see the cat. I thought I had damaged the photo, and I got really upset. I thought, oh my God, I have done damage to this precious archive, and you can no longer see the cat in it. When I had recovered from my jet lag, a couple of days or a week later, I looked at the back of the photo and I saw what was actually in the photo was not a cat, but a piece of fruit. And so I could see that fruit. I didn't see a cat. And I realized I had not damaged the photo. I had not ruined the value of it. I hadn't ruined anything. Everything was fine. And that was just from me perceiving that the photo was of one thing and it wasn't, it was of another. Now, what if that photo was of a cat and I had ruined it? Well, it doesn't make me feel very good to think, that I've irreversibly damaged a photo. And does it really matter if it's of a cat or of a piece of fruit? Everything is as it is meant to be. If things get damaged, we let them go. And so it was about me deciding not to beat myself up for doing or not doing something to a photo when I'd done all I could to take care of these precious archives. This is the meaning that we ascribe to events. So, that's a very mundane example, but maybe, and I did do this, as I was noticing myself thinking, oh, look what you've done, you've damaged this photo. Oh my God, this magpie's just scared me a bit, but they're beautiful. Maybe you can see it. Anyway, thinking I damaged a photo was fine, but if I beat myself up for it and made a story around it, like I'm a bad person for damaging this photo, I've significantly reduced its value for other people because they can't see the cat in it. That doesn't make me feel very good. So I changed the meaning. I decided to just think, well, who cares about that photo? I stopped giving it value. I stopped paying attention to it. I stopped thinking about it. I put it aside. I thought, well, I've got the photo. Even if it's damaged, I've still got part of the photo. So realizing the meaning and the significance and the value we are giving to events is really important. And Memoir is essentially the meaning. It is made from giving meaning and significance and value to events and experiences in our lives. And so I guess the question that I think is helpful for us to ask ourselves is this meaning helpful to me? Does this meaning make me feel good? Does this meaning and this value I've assigned to this event help me or others in the long term? And if it doesn't, if you're saying that, you're a bad person, or, things are ruined, and, you're focusing on destruction and loss, then I'd say that's not a very helpful meaning to make of things. So meaning is malleable, and we make meaning, we create it, and that is a very, very powerful force for change, the meaning that we assign to events and experiences and things. For example, I could say this is a terrible video because it's not scripted. I've gone off on a tangent, it's wobbly, and I haven't edited the magpie bit out. Or I could say it's authentic, it's real, I'm showing up, and that's the most important thing. And I'm going to say both things because both can be true at the same time. And it's just choosing which thought is most helpful to me and which meaning is most helpful to me. And realizing that I can change the meaning and I can change the story I'm telling about something, and so can you. And that is very powerful. It's a very powerful skill to have and to realize that you have. I hope this has helped you, and I'll be back soon with another video.